our soul shines. It's Michelle here, and I'm inviting you to wake up and live. And today I want to talk about like our true selves kind of idea. So a lot of people are familiar with the MBTI, and it's kind of a sticky point for me because I think that is so easy to deceive yourself on those tests. Not everybody does. Some people are very self-aware, but a lot of people mistype themselves, sometimes by a letter, sometimes by more than one letter. And a part of it is because we're trying to fit into a mold. And I have a friend who was on a podcast that I listened to yesterday. I love listening to his or anything that he does because he kind of has a way of expounding things pretty awesome. If I remember to, I will link the website. Oh, I forgot to link the website for my last video. I will have to go back and put that in there. How silly me. So I think it's called Inner Shift is his thing. His name is Alex Paulus. I love the question that he posed in the podcast because I think that it is super profound to help you start getting some clarity on what will make you feel the most alive in your life. So if you did not have any responsibility, you had all the money you needed, so you didn't need to make money, you didn't have to worry about time, even if you didn't have a spouse or children, if you had no responsibility, what would you be doing with your day? Now, I asked my daughter this, and my daughter, she's only 17, so she's doing a lot of this anyway, but how awesome for me to encourage her to do this. She is an artist. She would be doing things with music. She would be doing writing. She would be doing writing songs and writing books. She would be doing art. She just decorated some shoes, and she thinks the idea of personalizing items for people would be awesome, just adding that little artistic touch to everything. She is an artist at heart. And the reality is she wants to have a fulfilling career in her future. She would be wise to follow that artistic outlet and find things that fulfill her as an artist. Find a career that fulfills her as an artist. And we have so much stigma in society about what you can make money at and stuff. Artists can't make money and stuff. But the reality is, it's like something like personalizing things for people. You can. If she was interested in baking or things like that, like my other daughter loves to bake. And if she was interested in that kind of stuff, that's a way to do artistic stuff in a baking way. And there are tons of people that make money as artists. There are tons of people that make money as musicians. There are people that make money as actors and actresses. So we gotta let go of the ideas that we can't do what we want to do because it's hard to make money. Because as long as you believe that, it will be hard for you. But if you can either find a career that supports you in that future, or change all the beliefs so that you know that just being a straight up artist is going to pay your bills. Not always easy, but that would be one way to do it. To really manifest the ability to just be creative all the time. And now for myself, when I ask that question, the reality is what I would do is, and what I love doing right now, I would be taking classes. Sorry, I have it plugged in, so it's like polling. Anyway. I'd be taking classes and then sharing what I learned from the classes. I love to do that. I love to go to an event, like a 3-day seminar, and just glean information. I love those aha moments when the information just comes in and I'm just like, oh, I get it, and it's so awesome and yummy. And then I love to share that information back out. If you've noticed, every time I go to a class or every time I read a book, I'm like, oh my gosh, let me tell you about this thing. It's because I love to share what I'm learning. And that's an integral part of me. So if I continue to create a career where I'm learning and sharing what I'm learning, I will be more fulfilled than if I were to go off on some other career path. finding those things that make you feel alive, that are most aligned with what you would do if you had no responsibilities. If I didn't need to make money, what would I be doing? I would still be going to classes, and I would still want to be sharing on YouTube because I want to share. I'm either teaching my family or teaching my friends or teaching you guys. I'm like constantly resharing that information because I love to be inspired and I love to inspire. My other really awesome thing that I'm going for, and every time I talk about it, I feel so alive. I want to have a resort that is geared to retreats, so that people come, and there's like this whole area that's camping, and people can come and just like do camping, hiking, outdoors things. There would be a ropes course on this property so that people could come and utilize rope courses if that's what they want in their retreat. There would be cabins for people who want to have cabin retreats with like a lodge. There would be at least one house, like mansion type houses, where people come and then they can bring their own food and prepare and do that kind of retreat where you go rent a house and you everybody, you know, stays in a bedroom and you guys all have this awesome experience in a house. It's like a getaway house. There would be that on the property. I want like a conference center that has the ability to hold big conferences, medium-sized conferences and little conferences that people could rent to do events and retreats and things like that. And I want there to be a ballroom, and I want there to be a restaurant, maybe two types of restaurants, like a fancier one and maybe like a more deli or fast kind of stuff. And I would want to have options with those restaurants that allow for people who are vegan or vegetarian or have allergies, like that we could totally accommodate that. Maybe even have a separate restaurant that is totally gluten-free, because I know that some people with gluten problems can't even go into a restaurant that has bread in it because they're that bad. And I would totally love to have this place that can accommodate that, so that they have a place, so they have restaurants available if they want, or they can have food in their places. This idea just like lights me up. It's so fun to talk about, and it's so fun to think about having this resort that's retreats resort where people can come, they can use the space to teach one another and to inspire one another, and it's just plays along with my whole love to be inspired and inspire other people. So with all that in mind, the question I have for you guys, because I think this is really awesome, to really understand who you are as a person, that innate part of you, is what would you do if you had no responsibility, if you had no concerns in the world, you could just do what you wanted because you wanted to, there was no need for money, no need for time, you're just totally free. What would you do? Would you want to spend time alone? Would you want to spend time sharing with people? Would you want to spend time doing math problems or computer programming or things like that? Or would you rather spend time connecting with people? Would you rather spend time daydreaming? Or would you rather spend time doing like artistic things? Like, would you rather jump from activity to activity, or would you rather like start a project and stay on it? Like all these different things that you can think about. What would you do with your day, with your week, with your month if you had no responsibility? And then ask yourself if you were doing things in your life that are aligned with that. Are you recognizing that part of you? Are you recognizing that you love to share things with people? Are you recognizing that you love to learn? And then are you recognizing that you like changing subjects? Are you recognizing these kind of things for yourself? Do you want some rigidity in your life, or do you want some freedom in your life? And are you giving yourself that in your life now? Because what we would want to do if we had no responsibility gives us such great insight into what would be a very fulfilling career for us. So do some introspective work for yourselves. Some of you might already be doing some of that, and maybe this will be the opportunity to take it up a notch, to really step more fully into what you love. That's my little tidbit and awesomeness for you guys today. Remember, everybody, to let your light shine big, bright, live, and beautiful, and be the incredible you that you were designed to be. And I'll see you guys next time.